Your unique story, our global audience. Global One Media.
Welcome to Global One Media's exclusive one-on-one interviews with company executives sharing insights into their unique journey. I'm your host, Ashley Berry, and today, Julien Davy, President and CEO of Tarku Resources, is here with us, an exploration company focused on new discoveries in mining jurisdictions, including Quebec, Canada, and Arizona in the United States. Tarku Resources is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange as TKU, the Frankfurt Exchange as 7TK, and the OTCQB as TRKUF. Julien, what a pleasure it is to have you with us again today.
Thank you for hosting me.
Well, Julien, it appears there is a measurable amount of exciting news coming from Tarku Resources. Let me start with the most recent agreement. You have recently acquired the Max Lithium property. This means you are entering the lithium space. Congratulations on that. Very exciting. Maybe you could tell us about the Max Lithium property and its potential.
Absolutely. Yes, the Max Lithium property is really a great acquisition for Tarku. If I could summarize this, I would say location, really. We are in the heart of the Abitibi area, within the same and known batholith as the North American lithium mine from Sayona and Piedmont, which is actually the only active lithium operation in Quebec. The Max property is located at 45 kilometers away from Val-d'Or only, and we are at 4 kilometers from the Sayona project, accessible by road. So really, really well located. A little bit of geology. The batholith is a regional intrusion of about 415 square kilometer, really large. It's a competent rock, more than the surrounding rocks. And during the time, it fractures itself instead of being deformed. And those fractures are filled by numerous pegmatites of dikes, and that are known to be spodumene rich in that area. So it could vary those dikes from centimeter wide to really tens of meter wide, as the North American lithium deposit, which is at 4 kilometers away. So and it's known that there is a lot of similar pegmatites all over that batholith. And that's why we took position in that area, and we have really great potential for new discoveries.
Absolutely. When you're talking about that proximity, that's really fascinating to be that close. So maybe we could talk a little bit about the budding impact of this new acquisition on your balance sheet.
Yeah, definitely. That impact will be really positive. We have acquired the project 100%. Through an agreement with shares only. So all the money that we're going to spend will be on the project itself for exploration. And with the type of mineralization we have, the location again, and the access of the property, we will be able to put our boots on the ground as soon as the weather will allow us. So being at 4 kilometers away in the same rock as the Sayona deposits, that will give us great potential for discovery.
And you're talking a little bit about the next steps. So maybe looking 6 months down the road when the snow melts, when the weather is a little better for you to do this work. What do you plan to do?
The first step will definitely to go underground, to travel along the roads. We will do some sampling and probably trenching already. And that will go pretty fast within the next month. And we know that there are several pegmatites in the vicinity of the property. So we will follow them, and we will have to validate if they are spodumene rich. And so our interest is really to quickly react on that and to come back with as much rocks and rock samples as we can.
Fascinating. And Julien, we also talked about you managing the Silver Strike project in Arizona and the 3As in Quebec. Talk a little bit about some recent updates around those exciting projects.
They are really important for us too. So 2023 will be definitely a really busy year for Tarku. In Quebec, if we start with Quebec, we will be ready to release the drill program results finally shortly. We drilled, so a quickly reminder, we drilled in November and December last year a first 3,000 meter drill program over the Sunday Lake Fault on our Apollo project. It was really a successful first drill program because visually the core descriptions, yes, allows us to see over tens of meter wide alteration and deformation zones that are typical for the type of deposit we are looking for here. We are looking for orogenic gold deposits. And this is those type of deposits should be low grade, but with long intersections. So I'm really expecting to have wide mineralized zones. And we have already other targets that we didn't test now that could be tested in a second program. But there are also the other project, which is adjacent to the south, which is the Atlas project, a base metal project that will also attract our attention during 2023. That was for Quebec. In Arizona, our Silver Strike project, as you were mentioning, we conduct last year the first regional geophysical survey, aerial survey, MAG, VLF, what we call, and radiometric survey. And it returned really interesting results for exploration. First, it gave us a first signature of the old workings. And we were able to apply that signature, that geophysical signature, on other places on the project that has never been explored. And we understood that there are really new potential with that. And secondly, we also find new anomalies, never been explored also. So there is several areas to map and to go before we're going to do a second drill program, probably later during the year also. So I believe that the 2023 year will be really busy and really interesting for Tarku.
Absolutely. And when you're talking about the Silver Strike project, for those that may not be familiar in Arizona, it's located in a place that is very rich in history called Tombstone, Arizona. And the fact that you're finding new places to explore really says a lot about Tarku Resources, I must say, Julien. All very encouraging updates. What do they mean for Tarku's shareholders?
For us, it's really important that we make sure that our shareholders get some return of their investments. So we believe that by diversifying our portfolio as we are doing, we will be able to make some new discoveries. And this is our business. To be well located, to take some position in really interesting geological features, in overlooked areas, to make sure that we are able to do some new discoveries. So, and we have now a project in really attractive commodities also with good, as I was saying, geographic location. So we will be able to quickly release some news. And to one side, we have the news that we will be able to release quickly on attractive commodities. But on the other side, we also understand that we have now regional targets on our project with really regional potential. So this strategy of mixing those two ways to do exploration will allows us to feed the market within the next weeks and more often than we did before. This will benefit all our shareholders.
I think that's terrific. And, all these exciting updates and news coming out within the last few months at Tarku Resources. And the fact at the end of the day, you say what's most important is that we get that, you give that return on investment to these shareholders. So very important.
Correct.
Julien Davy, President and CEO of Tarku Resources, always thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing these updates. And of course, we look forward to sharing more from your company with our audience.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much, Ashley.